Hi there, my name's Stephanie Pickens, and I work with C3 Kids as a manager on duty. I'm going to run you through kind of what our Sunday mornings look like. First of all, we have setup. So when you get there in the morning as a teacher and a volunteer, you're going to sign in to the left of where the children sign in is. You're going to set up your classroom around 9 o'clock for the first service and 10:30 for the second service. So you're going to set up your classroom according to the checklist on the inside of your tub. Each classroom is going to have one or two tubs with your name on it. So it's going to have either the babies or the toddlers or the pre-K. So you're going to grab your tubs and you're going to take them to your classroom. You're going to open the lid and you're going to see what is on your list. So the first part of that is your sign in and your setup. So you're going to set up your classroom according to what it says on the tub. Then you're going to go over the focus activity and the lesson and structure and make sure that it's prepared before the kids get there. You're going to do that with the teacher and your volunteer helper are going to all go over that together. So then myself, the MOD, I'm going to be at the check-in table for the first service and the second service, the first part. So I'll be there around 9 a.m. and I'll be there at 10:50 for the second service. And I'll be there for the first 20 to 30 minutes. So if you need me for anything, you can just contact me. You should also be available. I'm going to be available for people if they come in late and if they need any help with the check-in table. So if you need anything, you can just come to me and find me at the check-in table for both the teachers and the children. So you as the teachers should be in the children's area by 9 a.m. for the first service. If you work the first service, please be there by 9 a.m. We just expect people to be there promptly on time so that we can get everything ready and prepared for the kids. And then 10:30 for the second service for the last minute and prep and prayer time. So we're going to have prayer time before your lesson starts. So if it hasn't started, just go and grab some of the teachers and just start praying. That way we can just be unified in prayer and unified in what the Lord is calling us to do, which is work with our children. So you'll pray, and then after that, after setup, we'll have our welcome. And so that's when the kids start coming and we start welcoming them. And so the doors open at 9:15 for the first service and 10:45 for the second service. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be greeting families as they come into your classroom. You're going to make them feel comfortable. You're going to talk to the kids. You're going to make the kids feel comfortable and excited to be there. And then you're going to make sure that they know who their teacher is. You're going to be like, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm your teacher. Whether you know them or not, whether they're new, we want them to just all feel welcome at C3. So the children will enter and play until the start of the service. And the services start at 9:20 and 10:50. And so you're going to play with them, get them used to the room. If they're crying, you just console them and just kind of get them comfortable to where they are. Then the next point we have is teaching. So the lesson starts at 9:30 for the first service, and then worship and music starts at 10:50 for the second service in the main area. And so the reason we don't have music in both services is because it just doesn't work out logistically. But for the first service, it starts at 9:30. You're going to start your lesson. And then the music and all that stuff will start at 10:50 for the second service. And then the lesson will start shortly after that. So in the second service, we kind of have all the kids in one area. So if you're in the second service and you're teaching, it's going to be a little bit crazy. But you're going to take the children and they're going to break up into their groups after music. So they're going to all go to their classrooms. And that's when you can start your lesson for the second service. And so the lessons look very different. You can organize it however you want, but there are certain things that we want to get through each time. So you're going to have a lesson, you're going to have some questions, you're going to have snack, you're going to have break time, water time, using the restroom. Then you're going to have your post-activity questions. And so you're going to work through those and they're going to color and they're going to do an activity, a craft. And so all of those things happen. And they're also what we're trying to start this week, this new semester, is Bible memory. And we understand that the Bible is super crucial to understanding and knowing God, and we want our children to be understanding of who God is and to love Him. And so we're going to start with scripture memory this year. And so if you're a teacher and a helper, you're going to have the scripture memory, the sword memory. And if you have any questions about that, you can ask us. And so all of those things go into our teaching time. And so just be using your time well. And if you have any questions about how that should flow, just ask me. So after all of that teaching happens, then there's going to be tear down. If you're working in the second service, the first service already set everything up, and so the second service, you're in charge of tearing it down. And so there's a lot that goes into that. So if you have questions, you just take your lid and you look at it, and on the second part, it talks about the second service tear down. And you just go through that list and go and clean the toys, clean the mats, take down everything, take the walls down, and then we're going to set the room back up the way it was. And so if you have any questions about specifically how that goes, you can either come to me or talk to one of the Create and Restore team members. So you're going to arrange the room. We have to be out of there by 12:50. So we need to move fast and quickly and efficiently. The kids will leave about 12:10, and then we need to be out of there by 12:50. So we have about 40 minutes to do that. So please just use your time wisely. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So some of the last things that aren't quite as clear about tear down is we need to set the chairs and tables up in that room, and we need to take the trash out, and we turn the lights off, and we close the blinds. And so just make sure that all of those things are done before you leave the back room, and then you can leave for lunch or whatever you want to do. And then something else that we found that is really crucial to our ministry is follow-up. Follow-up is where we contact the parents and we talk with them about how their child is doing, and how we want to see them improve and grow and how we love them. And so even after the lesson, after parents are picking up their kids, just encourage them and say, hey, so-and-so did a great job today. They were doing such a good job listening, or they had so many good insights on this topic that we're talking about. And whether they're babies or whether they're middle schoolers, make sure that you're talking to the parents and you're engaging the parents so they feel welcome and they feel comfortable with leaving their kids with you. They feel like they're leaving them in good hands. And so past that, talking to parents after the service, try following up with them throughout the week. Go and send them a message on the city and say, hey, so-and-so was awesome this week, and I want to see how can I best help you in discipling him? How can I best help you in leading her well? I want to be a part of that. We all want to be a part of that. C3, our mission is to disciple children and their families. It's not just to disciple children. It's not just to disciple families, but it's to disciple them both, and to show them the beauty of Jesus by knowing, loving, and serving the Lord. And so if we get to do that every day. And so we want to help them throughout the week. And it just doesn't stop on Sunday mornings. It goes all the way through the week. And so if you have any questions about how to go about that, just contact me. Mainly my idea of that is just sending a message on the city saying, hey, I just wanted to encourage you this week, or hey, this was awesome this week, and I just wanted to share that with you. And that just kind of unites C3's kids with the rest of our church. And so that's kind of how it goes on Sunday mornings. We have our setup, we have our welcome, we have our teaching, tear down, and then follow up. If you have any questions specifically about each one of those things, please contact me. My name is Stephanie Pickens. Thank you.